Dr. Patel, this is an example of someone who you've helped. Can you tell us about this particular patient?
Oh, sure. Paul is a patient who I treated many years ago, but his story goes that he had gone through some rough time raising a family, and this was a consequence of many years of dental, not receiving dental care.
A little louder, yeah.
And to make a long story short, we removed many of his teeth and provided some implants and some new prosthetics for him. But this is where Paul is now, and at this point, from my last recollection, he's moved to Kansas and is running a farm there.
Okay, could you show us a couple more examples of before and afters?
Oh,
because
sure.
that's really what people are interested in seeing. There was a man who had a family to feed and construction worker and raise his children, and then thankfully he was able to get his help from you and change his life with that smile. That's amazing.
Sure, and I will show you actually another case which I'm not quite finished with. We're in transition still, but this particular young lady had a multitude of issues, but we've gone through many phases, and this is how Stephanie came in, and we're not finished with Stephanie's situation dentally, but I'm so happy that she's improved tremendously that you can see that there's a significant change in her outlook and her smile. And we've done everything from some restorative care, some extractions and implant therapy, and it's really helped Stephanie's lifestyle and her health overall. But we can look at many different cases. Let's pick on Barbara.
That must just be so rewarding for you as a physician, because you're just absolutely changing people's lives.
And Barbara came with a situation where she had, many issues, to make a long story short, but teeth had shifted, some broken teeth and what have you. And currently, Barbara's come a long ways, and as we will see, this is where she's functioning currently now.
Beautiful.
And so every case is individualized, but we want to try to achieve the patient's expectations and exceed them if at all possible, using what we know science has to offer.
So could you tell us a little bit about your what you feel that separates you from other options for people here in Brevard County, Doctor?
Evidence-based, having the instrumentation to look at the patient in many different facets, not only from images that you see in front of you to appropriate CAT scans when necessary, or joint tests or bite tests or muscle tests, and study models and traditional x-rays, and putting the whole story together to see how did this patient's condition arrive here first, and then what do we need to do to get to their expectations, and then what are the issues we have to resolve to get the greatest longevity. That's what I call evidence-based. It's integrating all that pieces of information like a puzzle, and then achieving a result that gives us the greatest longevity.
Well, for patients who are looking to be the healthiest they can possibly be, we've just been amazed at Space Coast Medicine at the talent we have here in Brevard, and Dr. Patel, you're one of the leaders here in the county, certainly, and we're so glad you're here, and we encourage our viewers to contact you if they have any questions. And the website again, Doctor?
It's www.drspatel.com, drspatel.com.
And please come and see Dr. Patel if you are interested in becoming the best you can be and the healthiest you can be. Thank you so much for sharing us today, Doctor.
My pleasure.